Get somebody who speaks English and German, and I do that to communicate between us and their payment provider, because there we couldn't do the our card payment. He speaks English and German, and I do that. Are we live? To communicate between us and their payment provider, because there we...
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I don't know when we will be able to broadcast without any issue, but we are close to that, actually. Good morning everybody!
Good morning everybody, we are just setting up the sound now.
Let me put some, I'm sorry, let me put some logo on screen. Okay, so this is Abimato. And we are here with Rob and Rico, they're our guys, and our guys, and today we will talk about. Let me put some music on it, because it's a headline. Okay, hello, good morning. This is the morning coffee as usual. Let's put the sunglasses on. Is yours
yes,
or
it
yours?
is.
I'm sorry. Put the glasses on. Prada off. And okay, so underrated. So good morning, hello everybody. Okay, welcome back. This is Wednesday, and we bring two topics for today. One, what I keen that we had no coffee this morning, and I didn't know how to wake up, how to start breathing at least. And the second one is yeah, we have another camera. We already started the professional broadcasting. Just say hi to the other one.
Hello guys.
Yes. So the other one is the extra mile, and we have some nice historical story from the past when Rob did his extra mile, I did my extra mile, and Rico did as well. So, so how it works in Brazil, how it works in South America, when we are talking about the extra mile, when we are talking about a millennial, a young guy who start to work or start a project, is it usual there to have the entrepreneur soul? Even if you are an employee, even if you are just pushing the trolley back into the line at the grocery shop, if you do the extra mile, does it count? Is it good for your career?
Yeah, well, I can say about Brazil, right? I mean, South America in general.
It's completely different, yes.
I wouldn't say completely different, but we have different cultures, so I cannot talk about them. But in Brazil, yes, we are all the time asked to do the extra mile. I think that's something that the employers always want us to do, and it's kind of a challenge, especially for the young generations, because when it comes to having your first job, every time you have, and there's a big cliche, but still it's a big true, that people are like, okay, so I'm hiring you, but I want someone with experience. I'm not hiring because you don't have experience, but that's my first job. So I want to have the experience, and then when they hire you, they are already expecting that you are going to do the extra mile. So, you know, it's again, a big cliche, but yeah, usually people do the extra mile there. At least the ones that want to have a future, or that wants to have a career, a solid career. Hello.
Or just do selfies.
Yeah. But yeah, going the extra mile is something that it's really important. I would actually recommend to any person that is starting their job to think about first why they are doing that, and don't think on the short-term reward, because if you start thinking on the short-term reward, you will not do the extra mile, and you will get bored, you will get burned out, and that's the road for not doing what is extra. That's the road for not going to where you really want to be and not being who you want to be. So, yeah.
From my experience, the extra mile does pay off. It might not necessarily pay off, as you said, in the short term, nor it might not even pay off at the exact job that you're in, but it will pay off in the long run. Between us with Chaba, I can totally tell you that we worked in several companies together, and the extra mile
across several decades, actually.
Yes,
nowadays.
yes. So I'm referring to with this that the extra mile. Don't just think about that in terms of you and the company. Think about this as you and life and you and your other colleagues. Because if I didn't go the extra mile with Chaba, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. So think about this. I would say if you do the extra mile in your whole life in general, you will reap the benefits in the long run.
Yeah.
And it's really important that you don't think about these benefits to come right now, and don't do the extra mile because you want the benefits to reach you, but do the extra mile because you want to do good. And that's really important, because if people see that you're only doing extra things because you want to get ahead, or you want to get a promotion, or you want to get on their good side, they'll feel that, and you will actually come out worse than you started. So do it because you want to do good. Do it because you want to help. Do it because this is a good thing to do.
What is happening after a few years when you did your extra miles and you just starting to receive positive feedbacks and you feel your success? Do you still keep the extra miles in your job? I know last time when we had a discussion about your business trip around Europe and you spent more than 24 hours on the road. I think that's an extra mile, even if it's literally a mile or more. You did the extra one to drive around Europe. But if we are talking about life success and to be successful in your job, even if you are in the line, as I mentioned, or whatever, do you think that you have to do extra mile in? I'm sorry, I just leave it. So even if we are doing, we
He's
have
going the extra mile now, and
That's extra mile. Yeah.
That's an extra mile. Balázs, would you so kind to join us? Balázs is our architect, and he got some feedback, even if it's not positive or negative.
I need
It's
to
just.
find a new job.
I'm sorry.
I need to find a new job.
Why?
I just read this mail.
No. It's not about you. So anyway, welcome. Balázs is our architect, and we are working on a big data projects. Let me put some beautiful logos on the screen. Not that one, because we have a special logo for the project. The big. I can tell you guys, we had a different logo before for this product, but it's much better now. It's. Let me say, it's politically correct.
yeah, the middle column was bigger than the side ones.
Yeah, because it's big, but
If you understand.
we don't want to understand it. Okay, so go back to life. Hello. So that's the extra mile.
But you were asking Rico.
Yeah.
Do you still keep on doing extra after a few years?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I think that's also a problem for people that are stuck in the same job, doing the same things every day. So actually, that's quite funny. I was having this talk yesterday with some friends of mine, that sometimes you are stuck doing something for a long period, and it's the same thing, right? So you keep doing the same thing, and you tend to not start learning. So I have a theory that that might be written in some place, somewhere. But I have this theory, this crazy theory, that everything is about learning and contribution, right? So whenever your contribution is higher than your learning, you will get burned out. Because you're contributing, so you're only giving. So whenever you just give, is it in a relationship, it can be in a job, it can be in a friendship. If you only give, you don't see the benefits. And yes, there are short-term benefits, but the long-term benefits, and that's what happens when you're stuck in a long period. If you don't see the things coming, then you get burned out, and then you don't want to do the extra mile. That ties back to, do you do the extra mile after a certain period? Of course, because I always try to find something new to learn, even if I'm doing the same things over and over again.
So that's a very good point, and I would like to encourage you guys to go up to your boss, or if you are the boss, then do it yourself, and do it for your employees. Have a certain amount of your budget allocated to giving your employees scholarships or ways of that encouraging them to learn. I will tell you this: if you go up to your boss and say, this is what I want to learn, and this is how my learning this skill will benefit the company, he is not going to say no. He will see that you want to learn, you want to take this skill, and this will be an investment for the company. It will be an investment in you, and that'll cement your position in the company, and will, if you're a company head, this will cement that person in the company. Plus, it will be an investment, and it will be a gain in the long run, because that person will learn a new skill that he or she can apply into the company. Google actually, I don't know if they still do the 20%. Google used to have, or they still have, this 20% project where all Google employees are encouraged to spend 20% of their work time on something else than their actual job. They're encouraged.
Does it still exist? I don't know. We will Google it, of course.
Anyways, 3M does something very similar, and that's how they come up with the new crazy ideas, because people tend to work on things that they really believe. And
like the Lego tape.
Like the Lego tape.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I really believe in, and I'm always stressing with all my colleagues and every company that I come across. I like to talk about what are the values that you're bringing to your table, and what are the values that you share together with the people that work around you. Because, okay, the company's values doesn't necessarily need to be exactly like the colleagues that you're having, but at some point those values have to be fitting engines. So if it's not, it's going to wear off, and the relationships inside the company, inside your personal life, they will wear off, and it's just a road down. I really believe in that.
Perfect. I just pulled out from the conversation for a few seconds. Actually, I'm so glad that we don't have the third microport when I left.
You can come close to me.
No. I mean, yes, you know what I mean. So anyway, that was let me say the serious topic. But we have a funny topic as well for today, because
let me just touch upon one thing that maybe we can talk about this next week. I don't believe in work-life balance.
You're right. I don't believe as well.
In that. I don't believe in that. But let's talk about this next week, okay? So the funny topic is
that we are out of coffee.
Again?
Finally Rob
I brought coffee.
brought some.
I went the extra mile, and on my way in, I was actually watching him whine about not having coffee, so I went to the shop and got some coffee.
Yes, that's the extra mile. And
But we have cachaça anyway, so.
But I have to say, not having coffee was a lie, because he does have coffee, but it doesn't have caffeine. So we have decaf. We have a whole lot
this is
not coffee.
not
yes.
coffee. I mean,
Decaf coffee is not coffee.
Yeah.
okay. You can't read, but it's decaf.
I'm drinking decaf right now, actually.
Let's put on the hashtag, decaf is not calf.
Decaf is not calf. Okay, so what is your morning habit? How do you wake up? How do you go prepare yourself to be able to go to work? I can tell you mine, and then we can compare as the mobile arena.com compare the mobile phones. I wake up early morning. I don't know if it's early or I just feel it's early, but it's around 6:10 because I have 3 daughters, and I start my canossa to wake up them. I mean, good morning, darling, wake up. And the next one is good morning, darling, and keep going. And around 6:30, one of them start to wake up. That means they just start moving. And that time I drink my first coffee, 6:30, when the first few round.
When do they have to be at school?
7:49.
Okay.
We leave the house around 7:35. So
I hope the school is closed, otherwise you have to really drive
it's
fast.
close enough, and literally they have to arrive into the school at 8, but they need a quarter to prepare everything. And okay, usually we are able to leave the house at 7:30. No, that's not the official. Actually, we try to leave at 7:15, but
It never happens. If you're aiming, that's a good target to
not so often anyway. So between 6:30 and 7:10, 10ish, I have a repetitive stuff that means please wake up, going to get your clothes on, and I drink another coffee, of course, and then another circle, and another one. So before we leave the house, I usually in the phase after 4 or 5 coffees.
Wow.
So that's my morning. That's the invention. That's let me say my
Morning routine.
morning routine. I know it's not good. And I know you care about my heart rate, but I have my watch and my heart rate is 71 after my 6ish, 7ish, 8ish coffee at this time at 11.
Drink one and I'm the whole day already pumped up.
Lovely. You already have. So, Papa, what is your morning routine?
The morning routine, I just put on the eye patches and start sleeping. Because I hate the light. I have headaches about it. No. I usually I wake up and then I wake up my girlfriend.
When I said morning routine, I'm sorry, we would like to keep the level around politically correct at the moment. So
It's okay. I just wake her up. It's just waking up. Okay, nothing more.
It's a family show.
it's a
family show, yeah.
It's a kind of family show.
Yeah.
We don't want to put age restriction at the moment.
Yeah, then I usually go and just wash my face. It's just plain simple. Wash my face, brush the teeth, do my hair, and then.
Because you have hair.
Well,
Yeah, you know. That's okay. That's usual.
problems, right? if I need, then I take a shower. If I need to be more awake.
I had this morning. Yes.
Yeah, but that's my morning routine, and then I take my bus.
That's my weekly routine. I lived in Badger Pro. I'm sorry. Okay, Rob.
Well,
Okay, when do you start? My routine starts at 6:10. Your routine starts
7-ish.
7ish 10.
okay, I start at 8.
Lovely, that's good.
Honest and modest.
You know what?
Without children,
Yeah, I don't need to wake up earlier. But you know what? I think that early is what you're used to, or less than what you're used to. So if I wake up at 7, then 6 is early. If I wake up at 8, then 7 is early. So
Yeah.
I wake up. I don't believe in snoozing.
Me neither.
So
You either wake up or
worst
you
thing
don't.
ever made on a Nokia.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Nokia.
Together
Nokia.
with the tune,
Yeah.
but everybody used the same tune in the 90s.
I think there is nothing more hideous than a happy alarm ring.
Yeah.
It's happy. It's not happy. You're waking up. That's not happy. My girlfriend tends to put the alarm ring that Apple tune is like dun 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 dun. I'm like, I'm not happy. I'm don't want this. Shut the fuck up. I already wake up angry.
Does your girlfriend do the snooze thing?
Yes, she does. I don't believe in that. I mean, I either wake up or I don't.
Yeah. Mine wants to do it too, but if she stays over, then I'm like, no. I'm on the opinion that if you need to wake up, you should wake up, and those extra 5-10 minutes are not quality sleep anyway. So why do it?
Yeah.
So I wake up and I go into the kitchen. I have a coffee, and I check my social feeds. I check my social feeds and Twitter and stuff like that. See how many followers Abby Matto has that morning, and it takes about, I don't know, 40 minutes for me to wake up and get into the zone. Then I take a shower because I always, even if I'm not dirty, it's good to wake up and take a hot shower,
Shower
brush
is
my teeth,
water, morning routine.
brush my teeth under the shower, and I have this habit of getting my coffee mug that I use. This is okay.
Into the shower.
Yes, I take the.
No way!
Yes, I do. This is a single guy thing that I have. This habit.
Guys, I think this is the question what I didn't have to ask because we receive too much information about each other and we will not able to say we are friends anymore, but continue. What are you doing with your mug in the shower?
I clean it. It's not
Okay. I don't want to know why you have to clean it.
Okay.
So that's how you call it, right?
No. Okay, I have. Okay.
So you put the shower gear into the mug.
No, I put washing liquid in it, and no. The reasoning behind this is I absolutely hate dishwashing. I hate it, but I love showering. So I thought, okay, why not combine the two and make the dishwashing fun? So I take the cup into the shower and I wash it up as I take a shower.
So every Friday evening, when you have the mac and cheese Friday or a steak Friday, you just put the plate.
No, just the mugs. No, I don't take plates. But this.
Not the knife.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Not the spoon.
I have to say my shower is full of cups because they need to dry. So yeah.
So when you are visiting Rob's home and would like to have a coffee,
Go into the shower.
There is not enough mug in the kitchen. You don't have to care. Just go to the
bathroom and
get it from the shower.
Yes.
That's perfect.
So I do my shower. I dress up and then I leave. So that's my morning routine.
That's what I will try next time. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you needed something funny. This was funny. Funny enough, I think.
yeah, it's fun enough. Fuck. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. We have the topic for the next session. We had the two beautiful topics for this morning: the coffee mug in the shower and the extra mile. never connect them together, and
Unless you're making coffee for
let's,
somebody.
let's make it enough. and that's all. Let us put some comment below the video.
Let me invite you also to share your extra mile stories down below, and of course I challenge you because I don't believe in work-life balance. So why don't you write something? Yeah, just write something below so we can read afterwards. Rob?
Yes.
Right. Comment, like, and share, and
Thumbs up,
subscribe, and put
Give us some love.
the ring on.
If you give us love, we are going to wash your mugs in the shower. That's a commitment.
That's his commitment.